Queues are snaking around the corner at various Gauteng Education District offices this afternoon as parents struggle to get their placements for their children. Some claim they applied on time, but the online registration system is failing them. It's the first day of the new academic year for inland schools. Our senior reporter Aviwe Mtila this hour is on the ground at the Ekurhuleni district offices, joining us now live from there. What's happening there? The queues are still there, as we've been reporting for quite some time now, Aviwe. What's the latest?
The queues are still snaking, Bradan, as you rightfully put it, as in most schools it's come to the end of the day one for the 2023 curriculum. The parents, of course, are here out in their hundreds, still fighting for the very issue that they were fighting for yesterday when we left here at around 6 p.m. They weren't assisted then, but of course the headache here is the online application system. A lot of them will tell you that they applied timelessly, yet they are yet to receive a response, and they now just doing their last bit to ensure that their children get placements in either grade 1 or grade 8. The others, of course, while they applied timelessly, they didn't get the schools that they were hoping to get. Got schools that are either further from where they live, or got schools that don't correlate when it comes to the languages that they want their children to learn. So it's those appeals that are giving them a headache. In fact, I want to catch up with some of them brought down on the ground to find out what the exact issues are. So Swam, let me start with you. Why are you at the district offices here in Benoni, Ekurhuleni?
Because last year, September, I applied 5 schools. So when I check on December, they said the school reached capacity. So I don't know where can I go now, because my so I have a problem because I don't know what can I do now.
Did they give your child an alternative to school? Given that you say you applied at 5 schools, yes, all of them reached capacity, did they give you an alternative, or what's happening?
No, they didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. And where's the child now? What are you hoping to happen now?
She's at home, so I don't know what can I do right now. That is why I'm here to get the solution today. And even today I'm not getting the solution, because they say we must come back after 10 days to check, and they are not sure that we will get the space. We must come and check if there is a space after 10 days.
Okay, thank you very much. But then the reality when it comes to Kempton Park, Benoni and Ekurhuleni in general is that the schools have reached capacity. We visited some of those schools where learners are even learning under trees, Bradan. So the likelihood is that those parents, especially the late applications, are to receive schools that are either in Soweto, Johannesburg, or Pretoria. That was the word that was coming out here, but we got that confirmation, remember, yesterday when we were at that briefing with the MEC of Education in Gauteng that said that capacity has been reached. I want to talk to another parent here, which I see you've got 3 children, in fact, with you. Maybe tell us what brings you here and maybe who you with.
Okay, I'm with my siblings. This is my son. So we applied on time, but we were placed at schools that are very far from where we stay. So basically we're here to sort that out.
Are you getting any assistance?
Not yet. We've been here since 9 o'clock in the morning and it's almost 2. So yeah.
And I see you in uniform. Did you go to school today? And how are you feeling about all of this?
Nah, I feel like I want to go to school because I've been bored at home for like past month and stuff, and seeing all my friends go to school bores me because I just stay at home.
Okay. One of the learners that haven't been at school, yeah, I'm going to see if I can get maybe one more voice from the parents, but Dan. Mama, kasichelema yini ekubeka lana wena kwenzekani ngawe?
Ngwanaka ba mfile isikolo se wrong, so mona ke o tshwantse ayo kena teng ha ona Afrikaans. So ke vene ke mo ba misitseng teng. So ha ke ya mo dikolong tse ba etsang Afrikaans ba re ke tle mo district. So ke ile dikolo tse 3 mo ba of bonaleng Afrikaans teng ba njibisitse ba re ke tle mo district. So since re eme hona mo from Useng la so tholi thuso and ngwana frustrated ko ntlo ba tla sekolong.
Uthini umntwana at home? What is it?
Just destroy la future ya high.
Okay, the child feeling that their future is being destroyed, Bradan, as of course those issues when it comes to the online application are laid at bare here. This lady telling us that the school that she received for her child was in fact one of those schools that provide only vernacular languages as an additional language, while she wants her child to study Afrikaans, as that's what the child has been studying in primary up until grade 7. So it'll be difficult for them now to adapt a vernacular language. So that's why she's here, the child losing hope at home. Some of the myriad of issues that have been painted out, as you can see, the lines still snaking here at the Ekurhuleni North District offices in Benoni.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be yet another long wait, long day for many of those parents who are trying to sort out all kinds of different issues in terms of placing their children at the appropriate schools as the 2023 academic year beginning. Let's go to the West Rand now. That's the West Rand district in Randfontein from Ekurhuleni, where we've just seen Aviwe Mtila. But Manqoba Mchunu is standing by for us and checking out the situation, as frustrated parents are also queuing at the gate of the West Rand district offices in Randfontein, trying to get much needed assistance. Manqoba, good afternoon. What is the latest situation there? We see the queues, of course, are still snaking around those offices.
Well, certainly, Pradan, you can imagine the frustration on many parents here who've been queuing here, not only today, but they're telling us, Pradan, that since Monday, they've been here trying to ensure that their children are placed at school. Of course, it's day one of schooling today, and many of their children have still not been placed at schools. I'm telling you, Pradan, that when we arrived here, the queue was just long. It stretched to almost a kilometer. Those are just some of the parents that were here today trying, of course, to get some answers as far as placing is concerned. Well, just a short while ago, we saw some of them being called inside this office. We are told that they are going to be assisted in terms of their some of their complaints. But I want to bring in the parents, but then just to get a sense of their frustrations as well. Siswami, you're telling me that this is not the first time you're here, and up until now, you're not getting space for your child.
I think it's great space and I'm going to apply to register the district around Fontaine. Kadi 4 August, barkemele SMS, I see SMS. Kadi 1 December, Kibula phone, but placing one, but placing one more RSS. RSS as school is in Kisaketi. One no yana pelaga with one higher school. One already uniform higher school. Yaniki Hanyaki is saying, Hakatana Modic Street Gajogo, Bampalisa, Bampaliform, Horikifone, Batlafone, Maraki Grekarab, Yanapoli, Batalakanya, Kiberaka, District Araki, Yanka, one stop uniform, one already but last school. This one, Allah, out.
So are you getting any assistance, man, today? Are you getting any answers as to what's going to happen?
Salikit lemona pakelaka 8 o'clock, Linway Sigrekarab. Santin Remese Karabo, Batana, Batana, Hono Opera Blancy.
All right, well, Pradan, the lady just explaining that she had applied in August for the placement of a child who's going to grade 8. And she says that she got a response in December, but the school that she had chosen, the schools that she had put on that application form, those are not the schools that were ultimately given to the child. And so she says she's quite frustrated. Her child had already bought the uniform of one of the schools and she was hoping to start today. She was quite sad this morning the fact that she couldn't start school. And so she says that up until now, they have not received any assistance. They've been here since 8 o'clock in the morning, but up until now, there's been no help forthcoming. But let me bring in one of the members of the Muhlakeng Concerned Community Forum, who's also been part of this process, trying to assist as far as this is concerned. Baba, how is it going so far? Are you getting any joy out of the system?
Nothing at all, because we have tried our level best as Muhlakeng Community Concerned Forum. We were here on Monday. We started with all the parents. We were here because we were concerned, because the parents, they've started this route, I think it was on October. But I think there was none of the parents so out of the district, because I think the district it is the one that should help each and every parent according to the placement. The parents, they have applied, but none of the above. Dikolo tse tsotlhe tse ba di applyetseng mo tsone as the premier a buile last time gore o tlo ba fa dikolo tse tharo tse leng gore e tlo ba preference mo tsone, but they applied on those schools. None of the above e leng gore it has appeared. All of those schools, when they log in with their logins, it just tells the parents that the children are not accepted. They are accepted from another school. But to my surprise, it is only one school, acceptable, Randfontein Secondary School. But they don't give the preference to those 3 schools whereby people, actually parents, that they applied for. None of the above from those schools that have given the preference. They have been given preference from the schools that they have not applied for. So we were here on Monday. We tried to meet with the management because people were frustrated and the gate, and then people were planning to go and close the schools until each and every child or every parent being satisfied. But then we managed to sit down with them and we talked and we strategized. Yesterday they took the names of the parents, the children as well. But yesterday night, parents received messages that their appeals were rejected, their appeals were cancelled.
So what's going to happen now?
What we are thinking as a forum, because today the management was not here, all of them, they were not here, but the parents were queuing here, and they promised parents that today, because it is the reopening of the school, each and every single parents, their children will be at school today. That is our agreement together with the management. But because they saw that they never came to our rescue, they never did anything according to our agreement, I think they flew away because none of them were present today. So I think we have to go and mobilize the masses of the community to come here and close this place until they get to the rescue of the children, to the rescue of the parents, until each and every single parent being satisfied of their needs, because they've been on this route since October last year until today.
All right. Thank you for speaking to us, Baba. Well, but then you can hear some of the sentiments here on the ground. It's all frustrations all around here. Many parents, but then losing hope that their children will go to class tomorrow. They are saying that, but then if this does not get resolved, if this does not get the attention of the MEC as well as the Gauteng Education Department officials, they are going to shut down this particular district office. In fact, they're saying that they're not going to allow any operations to continue here up until those concerns have been addressed.